Hi, and welcome to another in the series of 5-minute workshops. Workshops where we try and create a value-adding application in around about 5 minutes. This workshop is going to be something slightly different. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new connector and update an existing workshop. The existing workshop we're going to update is the CSV creation, and the connector we're going to create is a new MySql Connector. And we're going to create that as an extension package using the Design Studio's inbuilt SDK. After we built it, we're going to debug it, and hopefully you'll see how to extend and debug the platform. So we'll start from where we left off. This is our Salesforce CSV project. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this, and instead of using Salesforce to pull the data from, we're going to pull it from a MySQL database. So I'm not going to change this one. I'm going to create a template of it, and then all I have to do is there we go, and this is our templated one, and I'm going to rename this to be our MySQL. Right, first things first, I'm going to delete all the Salesforce stuff, and I'm going to delete the SMTP, because all I'm going to do is just put it to a file, because that was rather slow last time. So file, and we're going to call this CSV. That is a property our batch file creates, our batch connector. So as you can see at the moment, we haven't got any MySQL stuff, so we're going to create a new extension package. The easy ways to do this is to create a new project. We're going to call this US. We're not going to use this project, we're just going to use its abilities to create our SDK. So we're going to call it MySQL. And so we're going to create the temp, and that should create a Visual Studio project, our extension package. So I'm just going to build it to prefetch all the NuGet packages, and then I'm going to make a couple of changes. The first is I'm going to change the solution scope to false. If it's true, then this package cannot be seen by any other solutions other than the one that matches its solution name. So if we set solution scope to false, then it should be able to be picked up by anything. So just delete things without letting go of the button. Quickly create a class, and this is going to be our pull messages class. So and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little. So I'm going to use our SQL Server pull messages because it's more or less exactly what we're looking for. So we'll call this MySQL. Quickly change the name to MySQL. And we need this. rename the file, and so that's it. But we're using an old SQL, so we need to change this to the MySql. So all we do with that is we'll quickly remove some unneeded packages. Now we can use MySql. And one final thing we need to do is, here we have a couple of tools which allows us to install this package into the platform. So that's it, it's added both the new assemblies. So that's it, that's our application or our connector done. All we need to do is just plumb this in now. So as you can see, it's created our MySql. So we add that. To add our implementation. Our connection string we've already got in our global settings. And this we're going to use query because this is in our project settings. So we go there. And as we can see, I'm going to and that's that. So when we run this, we're going to get an error, but it's an error we expected, and it says our SQL is incorrect, and that's because we're using different paging strategies, or SQL is different between SQL Server and MySql. So if I want to debug it, I just hold my control key down and click that. This page comes up. I can now start up my application, make sure, press F5, and it should break on the page where we have the problem. And there we go. So the problem is basically, if you look at our SQL, offset is this line here. So we need to change that. So we quickly add the correct way of doing paging. Build it, re-import the fixed assembly, and what that will do, it should restart our application. So it's restarted it, it's run through, and it's created our file. So if we go to this directory, here's our file, and here's the data it got it from. And that is how you create a new connector in around about 5 minutes. Okay, and thanks for watching.